Look at that. That looks sick!
We started the day off with mounting the side panels in the garage. We painted them outside the van and just mounted them with self-tapping screws. There's no need for battens in the garage area, and the plywood could be mounted directly to the chassis.
Feels so good. We're finally getting somewhere now. Oh, look at this, I'm so tired. It feels like finally some results after months, almost months of just tearing it down, and now we can actually see something, which is amazing. So today we are tackling these. So what I'm thinking is that we should put plywood at the back, and then one beam in the ceiling, zoop, the whole way. So we have a back, and then we have something in the ceiling, and then we can do straight battens down. Dunk, dunk. I really think that will do the trick. So let's take some measurements and try the first one.
Everything when building a van is a bit wonky, and it's tricky to get everything 100% straight, as you cannot use a spirit level, of course. The only thing that I felt was helping was to measure twice and cut test pieces where possible.
A little test thing, since this is tilting, this thing is tilting a little bit like that, we had to do this at a little bit of an angle. I don't know, focus, thanks. So we did 3 degrees. We did a cut, and another cut, and another cut, and yeah, 3 degrees. And now it's straight. Sick.
I think we found it.
Sick.
The jig drill came in really handy to aid cutting holes into angles into the studs. If there would be one tool I'd recommend purchasing, that would be it.
So we pre-drilled everything with the jig thingo, pilot hole, and now we're gonna assemble half of this outside the van, just so it's a lot easier when we're gonna install it inside the van later. So this will be one cabinet door, dunk. Second cabinet door, dunk. Third cabinet door here. Choop. Oh, it's actually gonna be like this. But you get the idea.
All holes were pre-drilled. Use wooden glue where you can to reduce squeaky noise. That's something to have in mind for everything. Here again, on with wood glue before screwing the frame into the roof.
With a stick. this. Done. So first side got super good. Look at this. Super nice. So now,
Boom, the other side done. I built the whole second frame outside of the van instead of inside the van, though it was a lot easier since I already had all the measurements from the first one ready.
look at that. Like, it was so much easier to build it outside of the van than inside the van, but super easy. Look at that. So both done. Okay, today on a road trip for a few days. See some friends from Australia, so it's gonna be good. So yeah, road trip for a few days. See ya. Yes, show me a fish. Not a fish. New day, back at the shop. We're gonna paint this to start with, and then we'll cover them in plywood below, and we're gonna do the doors, the ones that goes zoop 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 zoop. First, I'm gonna sand these down, and I'm gonna paint them. We're gonna have them the same color as the roof and the wall, so they just, because these gonna be covered as well. So all becomes the same color, and the actual fronts are gonna be white. But first, sanding and a base coat, then the actual color.
I'm just sanding down to make sure there are no wood splinters and so that all edges are rounded. It's just gonna give it a bit of a better finish.
Okay, I got everything sanded down. Traffic. Okay, I got everything sanded down, and now I'm just gonna use shellac, or a type of shellac, to seal all the twigs, and just to not get any miscolor coming through from the wood, because this is freshly untreated wood. So better to use this to give it a full coat of that, just in case there would be any miscolor coming through. Even though we're not gonna have white, it's a tint in it. It's just better, so you don't get any miscolor. Let's paint. Boom, shellac is done on. I only put where it's gonna be visible, because there's no point of putting it where I'm gonna cover up with something else, hence why it's only where it's gonna be visible. Now I'm gonna let this dry for an hour and then put on the actual coat, the top coat, that has the same color as the roof. So, see you in an hour. Right, an hour has passed and it's still a little bit dry.
No, that's wrong.
It's still a little bit wet. So, we thought about something. In the shelves, we want to have something that divides each section, but we don't want to close it with like plywood or something else. So we came up with a little divider. So we're gonna do a divider in between each. This is not structural or anything, it's just to divide, so when you break, you have a lot of clothes in here, you don't come flying into the next part of the shelf. So Lina is gonna do a few of these, paint them, and then screw them in.
The dividers were cut at a 45-degree angle, pilot holes were then drilled, it was sanded down and then mounted with smaller wood screws, and of course wood glue again. And of course after that, Lina painted it with shellac sealer to minimize the risk of discoloring.
While Lina is doing the things for the shelves, I'm gonna start measuring out these brackets for the bed, because we have to shop them a little bit to make the bed exactly 160 centimeters. But I'm gonna test measure this now and see if it works. And then MacGyver it. Let's go.
We're using the IKEA SKORVA bed beams as they are really cheap and sturdy. However, the brackets for the beams cannot be bought from IKEA any longer, don't ask me why. You can however go into IKEA's website and order spare parts for free. You can check the description for a link to IKEA's website where you can order spare parts and also check the IKEA product ID for the brackets.
Ta-da! Nice. Look at that. We got a bed frame and we got finished cabinet frames. Shoop. So good. What are you doing?
I'm painting this with this supposed to be grayish beige color, but it's actually looking a little bit pink. But what can you do?
I'm gonna do these under here. Shoop, shoop, shoop. So I do this while Lina does this. Look at that. Soon to be ready.
Soon to be ready.
We're contemplating what type of doors we're gonna have, or fronts, or whatever you call it. You're gonna open it with. I don't know what we're gonna do them from. So like, if we should do them from plain pine wood, or if we should do them from plywood. I'm not sure. I mean, pine wood would be nicest in a way. Plywood might look tacky, but plywood's gonna be a lot easier to do it from. But what we think about that, we can do the side panels, or like the plywood is gonna sit here and there. Sure. Do them now, paint them before we put them on. Yeah. Sure.
The side panels were cut out in 4mm plywood as any sturdier plywood isn't needed. The plywood under the cabinet was pre-drilled and holes countersunked just to get the best finish possible. And of course, wood glue on again before screwing the plywood into the frame. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this.
How about no? Okay, let's do the second one. Done! Sick! Productive day today.
It's Friday again.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so short.
You are.
Oh.
Done for today. See ya.